from Brentford to Spurs, it's another example of a manager not being able to make that jump. I think we see it so often that now, for me especially, I just go and get the big name, the guy that's done it at the big club. Because I think being successful with a team like Brentford is such a different challenge to being successful with a bigger team like Spurs, because you can get away with it at Brentford a bit more. Like, you can lose games, you can be a bit one-dimensional, and you can't do that at a big club. I think that's something we'll see with Oliver Glasner. I think he will get his big move, but I just look at him and think every time Crystal Palace come up against lower quality opposition that say, you have the ball, you come break us down, they can't do anything with it because he doesn't really know how to coach this in possession game. Yes, his low block's fantastic, but if he's going to go into Man United and try and do that, like, they won't accept that football. I just think it's a completely different game. You see it with players as well.
Yeah, it's like a different sport. Like, it really is. And I was someone who believed that Thomas Frank would scale up, and I think this appointment's taught me a lot about kind of managers in general, because what you've got to think about is, like, these managers, their whole game model is based around this certain style of play, right? So especially someone like Thomas Frank, who's been at Brentford for so long, he's created all his training methods, all his conditioning methods, all his kind of tactics on the pitch, but also his strategies off the pitch. They're all based around this one kind of game model that's fitted to that club. So, you know, when he goes into a club like Spurs, and the expectations are completely different, not only in terms of how many games you win, but also in terms of style of play. He's become successful off a certain, not only way of playing, but also just methods off the pitch, like the way of being a manager. And that completely has to transform when you go to a new club.